Pinnacle family, Pinnacle students, what's going on? Okay, just a quick video here on what went down last month, December, of course. I did a workshop on copywriting a quote-unquote work or a collection of works. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a brief synopsis as to what I did. Because there will be an upcoming workshop on this particular activity. So basically what I did is I created a login and paid a quote-unquote claim. So you create a login, a username and password. You go on copyright.gov, which is a government website. It'll take you to this landing page here where I'm at. And if I zoom in closely, there is a copyright registration panel. You click on register a new claim because that's what you're gonna do when it comes to copywriting your beats, your music, even poems. There's a lot of things that fall under this category, but I just want to give you a kind of a brief background as to what it is, so that way when the workshop does come up there's not too much confusion. But I know there will be some questions regarding this particular topic, so don't be afraid to ask any questions at all. That's what I'm here to help you guys with. So let me zoom in a little bit here so that way you guys could see exactly what is it that you're doing. It says register a claim in 3 steps in the following order. Step 1 is to complete the application. Step 2 is to make the payment, and 3 is send us a copy of your work. Now, most of you were in the workshop last month saw exactly what I did on the screen in lecture room 1. It was a pretty lengthy process, and you guys had a lot of good questions regarding what was going on. But a lot of this is very self-explanatory. It tells you to begin, please answer the following questions about the work or works. The start registration button, which is at the bottom here. Your answer to these questions will determine the appropriate application for registering your work. Now what that means is you have to answer yes or no to each one. Well, obviously one of them has to be yes and the other 2 could be no. But depending on the situation, I'll just use my current situation, which is does the work you are sending contain material created only by this author? It says check no to this question if the copy includes more than one performer, writer, artist, actor, or if it contains content or contributions by anyone else, even if the claim is limited to only the contribution by this author or the material has been licensed, permission, or transferred to the claimant. What that means in layman's is if you click on this, it'll take you to a screen, and it'll tell you exactly what doesn't qualify and what does qualify. So let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see. Check no, standard application. Check yes, single author and work application. And it tells you exactly what qualifies checking yes. The first bullet point says only one individual has authored all of the material contained in the work being deposited. Second bullet point is the individual is not deceased. Third bullet point, the work is not made for hire, quote unquote, meaning you were just a hired gun. You had no piece of the pie, so to speak. And the last bullet point is the work is not a joint effort, which we'll get into that later. But just to show you guys exactly what that means collaboratively, is a joint work is a little bit different than actually you being the sole author of the copyright work. But the next thing I want to show you guys is once you select no to each question, and then you select yes to this last question here, you click on start registration, and this is where it gets really weird. And I mean weird because there's a lot of jargon that I know when we were doing the workshop was very confusing, and we kind of learned together exactly what has changed, because it did change, and you know it's constantly changing because a lot of new laws are coming out, especially with the online streaming content that is eventually going to settle and pay a little bit more, especially for your hard-earned effort and work that you are composing and writing. But what we wound up learning is that work of the performing arts includes music, lyrics, and screenplays is what you want to register. Let me zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see exactly what it's all about. So we learned in this workshop, for those of you who didn't attend, if you can attend to the next one, that'd be great, but this is why I'm doing this video, to kind of give you an introduction as to what we were doing, because this is going to protect you and your assets, which is arts. Select performing arts if you're registering a musical work with or without lyrics. Okay, a dramatic work such as a screenplay, play or other script, a pantomime, or choreographic work. There's a note here of the registration includes a sound recording as well. Select sound recording as a type of work. Now, we learned in the workshop that that doesn't necessarily apply all the time, because if you read the definition of a sound recording, it's select sound recording if you're registering a sound recording. Also, select sound recording if you're registering both the sound recording and the underlying recorded musical, dramatic, or literary works, along with the sound recording of the work. But there's another note. To register both the sound recording and the underlying work on a single application, the copyright claimant must own all rights in both works. Now, say, for example, you compose a beat and you haven't really made a push to market it or whatever, but you just want to protect yourself from, for lack of a better term, getting it jacked from you, getting it stolen. You don't want that to happen. When you select work of the performing arts, it's a little bit more detailed when it comes to the type of work that you're trying to register. If you look, once I select work of performing art, of the visual arts, that's what they call it, there's a panel here on creation and completion, authors, claimants, limitation of claim, rights and permissions, correspondent mail certificate, which is what you'll get in the mail after 6 months and paying the fee, and special handling and review submission. All this is in order. And during the workshop, it took about maybe an hour and a half to get this all completed. But I just wanted to show this in a video, because it is a lengthy process, and the reason why I started conducting workshops is for that reason, for you guys to learn how you can definitely protect yourself, know your rights. And the word copyright is self-explanatory. It's the right to make a copy. That's why when you're in a collaborative effort with somebody else, be sure you guys do have a mutual agreement to either split, or someone is going to definitely have creative control over the content. But that's another conversation we'll have later. I just wanted to introduce you guys to this website, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the following Monday. I'll keep you guys updated, but I just wanted to show you guys this website because it's very important that you guys get familiar with it, especially right now, whether you're in the first term or in the fourth term or in the fifth term, doesn't matter. This is what is going to protect your right for distribution later, which is what's coming up in the future with workshops. But I'll see you guys around campus. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm always here to help you guys out. Okay?